This conference will now be recorded.
So today let us start off with one more new topic, JavaScript. As we are coming from Java background, understanding JavaScript will be very simple for us. So what is this JavaScript is? It is mainly used to develop dynamic web pages. So if you take HTML, HTML is used to develop static web pages, whereas to add dynamic content to your web page, we make use of JavaScript. Right? What is the main use of JavaScript? JavaScript is used to develop dynamic web pages. To add dynamic content to your HTML, we make use of this JavaScript. Now, how to include JavaScript in HTML? Including JavaScript code in HTML. How to include is just we have to go with HTML tag. In between HTML, we go with head section, head tag. In between head tag, we can include JavaScript code using script tag. By using script tag, we can go with the JavaScript code, or we can even go with the body tag. In between body tag, by using script tag, we can go with the JavaScript code. So either you can include JavaScript, you can write JavaScript code either in head section or body section using script tag. Suggested to go with head section because head section is loaded period to body section. Now, very important statement, JavaScript is object environment scripting programming language. The meaning of object environment means it comes with predefined objects. Comes with what? Predefined objects. When you take this one like Java or C++ or .NET or Python, all these are what? Object oriented. They are all what? Object oriented. So the meaning of object oriented is we can create our own classes, we can go with our own objects, but JavaScript is what? Object environment. Means it comes with predefined objects, right? Then one of the predefined object in JavaScript is document. Document is one of the predefined object which contains a method, right? The use of this method is it is used to display messages or the value of variables or both onto the browser screen. This is similar to system.out.println in Java. Let me elaborate this with the program js1.html. So, where we are writing our code in Visual Studio Code, open Visual Studio Code. Then, whenever we want to create a new HTML file, say file, new text file, save the file first. So let us, in our folder, I have created a folder JavaScript. In that, let us save the file. You can save the file anywhere. I'm going with the name js1.html. Start writing the code. HTML head section. In between head section, we have to use script tag. Repeating. So whenever we want to include JavaScript code in HTML, we are in between head section, we have to use script tag. Right? Then here we can write the code like document, it's a predefined object in JavaScript which contains a method, right? And what are the message you want to display? Should go in double quotes. Document dot write, within double quotes we have to provide the message. Here also let me provide the example. Document dot write. The message should go within double quotes and end with semicolon. See the program here. So whenever we want to include JavaScript code, what we have to do? In between head section, we have to use script tag. And whenever we want to display a message in JavaScript, we make use of a predefined object document which contains a method, right? And the message should go in double quotes. And every statement in JavaScript should end with semicolon. And JavaScript is case sensitive scripting programming language, means there is a difference between uppercase and lowercase letters, right? Yeah. So this is similar to system.out.println in Java. Now save it, open in browser. Right? See, we are getting the message saying welcome onto the browser screen. Now we're having one more, console.log. Console.log. It's for logging purpose. The meaning of logging is like when some piece of code you are executing, we want to make some checkpoints in between, whether some part of code has been executed properly or not. So to make that checkpoints, to make that logging, that we do by using console.log. So you can say it is used to display messages or the value of variables or both onto the console screen. So this is not visible to the end users. It is for the programmers. For development purpose, we use this. So simply we have to say console.log and the message should go in double quotes. Let me elaborate using a program js2.html. Open Visual Studio Code. So whenever we want to create new new text file, save it. Let us save the file as js2.html. The HTML head section. In between head section, we have to include the script tag to write JavaScript code. Now here you can say console.log. The message should go in double quotes and with semicolon. Now see, when we run, so nothing will get displayed in the browser now. So how to see the console screen is, we have to right click on your browser and say inspect. Right click on browser and say inspect. Here you can find the option, say console. Here you can see the result here. See. Okay, this is mainly for developer purpose. So to make some checkpoints in between while executing your code, whether some code has been executed properly or not, to make some checkpoints, we make use of this console concept. Right? Now, let us move to the next one here, like very important statement about data types. JavaScript is loosely typed scripting programming language. Loosely typed. When you come to this C, C++, Java, .NET, all these are strongly typed because we are having different data types. So before we declare any variable, we can mention the data type before variable, what type of data the variable can store. But that is not possible in JavaScript. Because of that, we say loosely typed. Then, how to declare variables in JavaScript is we have to just use a keyword var. Just we have to use a keyword var and go with the variable names. Now, then how to manage the data type is decided based on the value of the variable. So in n variable, if you store a value 10, based on the value it is going to decide the data type. So this n is number data type now. That's the reason we call loosely typed. Then in name, if you store a value within double quotes or single quotes, then name is string data type. And flag, if you say true, then flag is Boolean data type. So based on the value of the variable, it is going to decide the data type of your variables. Let us understand using the program. ds3.html. File, new text file. Save it. ds3.html. Here let us declare a variable varn and we go with the value 10. var name, we go with some value within double quotes. Now see, when you keep mouse pointer on variable, see it syncs with the data type. See, name is what type? String type. And n is what type? See, number type. Right? Now let us display this value of variables. How to display is, we have to say document dot write, and you can say n equal to the value of n. So the joining symbol between message and variable in case of JavaScript is same plus symbol, concatenation symbol plus only, similar to Java. Then document dot write. Here we can use HTML tags also. Whenever we want to use HTML tags, the HTML tags can go within double quotes of document dot write. So br name equal to the value of name. See, when we open in browser, we get n equal to 10 and name is Raj. So whenever we want to include HTML tags in JavaScript, the HTML tag should go within double quotes of document.write. Any questions, anyone up to here?
No, sir.
Right. Now let us move to the next one, dialog boxes. In JavaScript, we are having three types of dialog boxes. Let me elaborate using a diagram. The first one is alert. When we go with alert dialog box, it just gives the information to the user. Like example, a simple message to the user like welcome, and only one button. It's going to display only one button. A simple information to the user. Next one, confirm. When we go with confirm, it displays a dialog box to the user. Like example, are you sure? With the two buttons, OK, cancel. When we click on OK, it is going to return true. When we click on cancel, it's going to return false. Now, one more, prompt. The use of prompt is used to accept the user input. We can even accept user input using prompt. Like example, it goes with the dialog box with a message. Like example, enter your name. Then it will go with a text field where a user can fill the value in the text field, and two buttons, OK and cancel. The user can fill the value in text field. Now let me elaborate this using a program. In between net section, we use script tag. Now let us go with alert first. Alert and the message should go within double quotes. Now when we open in browser, see here it's saying the message, this page says welcome, only one button, okay. Now let us go with confirm. So let us keep this code in comments. How to write comments here in JavaScript, same like Java, single line comment // confirm. We'll go with the message, are you sure? Right, refresh your page, already it is open, so refresh your page. So we get message here, see, are you sure? With the two buttons, OK and cancel. When you click on OK, it returns true. When you click on cancel, it returns false here. But how to check what you click it? How to check is, we can take this into a variable flag and we check here. Same syntax of if statement, if flag equal to true, which indicates you clicked on OK. So go with the message document.write, clicked on OK. If statement, while loop, do while loop, for loop, all are similar to Java only. Document.write, clicked on cancel. When we click on OK, it goes with the message clicked on OK. If you click on cancel, it goes with the message clicked on cancel. Here, when you refresh your page, when you click on OK, the message is clicked on OK. If you refresh again, if you say cancel, clicked on cancel. So the if statement syntax is similar to Java only. Next one, let us keep this code in comments, multi-line comment. Next one, prompt. The use of prompt is to accept the user input. Like example, enter the name. We'll display the value of name what you have entered using document.write. Name equal to the value of name. When we refresh your page, so go with some name in the text field. Then when we say OK, it's going to display the name back onto the screen. Clear everyone about dialog boxes? Right. Now, let us go with one example code. Write a program to accept two numbers using prompt and display the sum of these two numbers. Let me go with the program as sum.html. File, new text file, save it, sum.html. Here let us accept two numbers here. Variable n1 equal to prompt enter number 1. var int equal to prompt enter number 2. Now say var sum equal to n1 plus n2. Now display the value of sum. Document.write sum equal to the value of sum. Now see, when we open in browser, it is asking say enter number 1, we'll say 10. Then click on OK, enter number 2, 20. Now see the result here important. We are getting 10, 20 here, not 30. 10 plus 20 is 30, but we are getting 10, 20. Because the value what we accept using prompt in the text field, it's of what type? Say string type. N1 is what type? String type. N2 is also string type. Then when you add these two strings, then sum is also what type here? String type. Because plus symbol is for concatenation. It's joining the two values 10 plus 20, it is becoming 10, 20. But the objective is I want to use these numbers for calculations. Then I want to convert this string into primitive, we want to convert string into number type here. How to convert? By using a function parseInt. The main objective of discussing this program is to introduce about parts into function. So here also convert now parts into. Now see, N1 is what type? Say number type. N2 also number type. Sum is see number type. Now see, when we refresh your page, enter number 1, 10, 20. Now this see the sum 30. Percent is used to convert string into number types. Any question, anyone? No. Let us go with the next important topic over here. Creating functions. What is a function is? A function is a subprogram which is used to do a specific task. So this is similar to methods concept in Java. The syntax of creating a function is we use a keyword function and the name of the function. Parenthesis. Then in between the function we go with the code here. Get the code. Let us understand this using a program. Function example.html. In between script tag, let us create a function. How to create function? Use a keyword function and the name of the function. And go with the message. How to display messages? Document.write. I am a function. How to invoke the function? We have to call it like this. My function. This is calling. So this is defining. This is calling. When you call it, will go to function. The code in the function will get executed. When we open in browser, we are getting the message say I am a function. Now understand carefully. We want to invoke this function when I do some event only. We want to invoke the function when I do some event. So what do you mean by event? Clicking on a button. So when you click on the button, a submit button, then only we want to invoke the function. Then how to write that? Go with body. Then here you create input type equal to button, value equal to click me. The value on the button is click me. On click equal to my function. This on click only we call event. This on click only we call what? Event. So when you click on the button, so it's going to invoke my function, enters into my function, the code in the function will be executed. Here now, when we refresh, so we are getting a button, click me. When you click on the button only, the function will get executed. Okay, or you can even instead of going with a document.write, you can even use alert also. You can even make use of alert. Okay. When you click on the button, it displays a dialog box to us. Clear everyone? How to go with functions? Let us go with one more example code. Create a HTML form which accepts marks in 3 subjects. Create a JavaScript function. Create a JavaScript function which finds the total marks of given 3 marks. And for total marks of given 3 marks. Okay, just we want to find the total marks. Now, let us go with the code. total.html. In script tag, let us create a function calculate total. We will write the code in this function later. Now let us go with body tag. Here, create a form. Then go with the labels like enter mark 1. Input type equal to text. Then name equal to mark 1. Names are important here. By using the name of the text field, only, we can edit the value present in this text field. So we have to go with the names when you want to use your form data for processing. Enter mark 2. Input type equal to text. Name equal to mark 2. Enter mark 3. Input type equal to text. Name equal to mark 3. Go with a label total marks. Input type equal to text. Name equal to total. Now create one submit button. Input type equal to button. Value equal to calculate total. On click. On click is what event here. On click, I want to invoke which function? Calculate total function. When you click on the button, so when you click on this calculate total, then we are going to invoke this calculate total. Now in this function, what we have to do? We have to read the marks given in the text fields. And we should add up these 3 marks and keep it in this total text field. So how to read this form data into your script code now? How to read is, we have to give the name to the form also. So let us go with the name like F1. How to read this form data is, so here like this, var mark1 equal to document.f1. Document.f1 we are entering into form. In that we want to enter into the mark1 text field, say mark1 dot value. So first it comes to the form, then enters into the mark1 text field, then takes the value of it. That value will come and store into mark1. Now the value what we accept using input text field, it's of type string, so we want to use it for processing purpose. So convert into number type. How to convert? Parse it. Similar way, read other marks. Variable marked equal to %, document dot f1 dot mark2 dot value. var mark3 equal to %,
So one question.
document dot, yeah, yes please.
Why do we use value in the input attribute?
Value. Why we are using value?
Yeah. In the
Once
input.
we enter into this mark1 text field, I want to take the value what you have entered.
Okay.
Okay, it's a predefined thing. You are just entering into the form, you are entering into the text field. After entering into text field, I should take the value of it, right?
Yeah.
So to take the value using the member value here.
But for the input, sir, in the
Hmm?
form there is input, right? So there also we are using values equals to calculate total.
This one.
Yeah.
This is for displaying purpose. This is related to HTML. This is related to JavaScript. So this
Okay.
value is value what you want to display on your button. That's meaning of
Okay.
value here. Both are different. This is to take the value of your text field. This is for messaging purpose. This is for displaying purpose. Like we display buttons, no? Okay, cancel, yes, no, save,
Yes. Yes.
edit, like that. Okay, that is the meaning of this. Now, mark3 dot value. Now find total. var total equal to mark 1 plus mark 2 plus mark 3. Once we get the total marks, this total value, whatever you are having in variable total, that we want to keep it in this total text field. So how to do? Document dot f1 dot total dot value equal to your total. What is the value we get in this total? That I want to place in this total text field. Now see, when we run, see here, this message you are seeing now, calculate total. Calculate total is the message what you want to keep on the button. So if you are not using value here, if you are not using this attribute, then it will be submit. It will be submit or okay, like that. It will be there. Okay. So here, if I remove this, refresh, here it will be like this. Okay. So I want to keep some message over on the button. So for that reason only, we use over here value. Here, Omar, the difference?
Yes, sir.
Now go with the values. So mark 1, mark 2 and mark 3. Then, and one more point I missed out to mention. This total, I don't want to accept total value from user. Then we have to make it as read only. When we say read only, so user cannot fill the data in this total field. So 55, 66, 77. User cannot fill any data in this total marks text field. So when you click calculate total only, the total marks will come in the text field. That's meaning called as read only. Got it, everyone? This program?
Yes, sir.
Right? Practice this. Now, let us move to the next one. External JavaScript. Up to now, whatever the script tag we have used in between head section, this is like local, means it is internal JavaScript, internal. So means this script code I can use within the same HTML file only. Now I want to make our script code to be used in other HTML files. Then we have to go with external JavaScript. So you can see external JavaScript code is used in other HTML files. It will operate using the programs myscript.js. Extension what we give for external JavaScript is .js. This is your external JavaScript file. Now here you say external js.html. So in external js.html we include this myscript.js. So create a script code now. So save the file as myscript.js. Here we go with only functions. You have to just add functions here, like my function. I'm taking the complete word my function. Here we go with alert message. I am external JavaScript function. Let us include this myscript.js in another file. So save the file as external js.html. In between it section, we have to use script tag and use the attribute src equal to myscript.js. That's it. Simply, we can include like this script src equal to myscript.js. If HTML file and a JavaScript code external file both are present in same folder, you need not go with any path. Else we have to mention the path. In the body tag, create a submit button, value equal to click me. On click, this on click only we call event. We'll call the function my function. So my function is a function present in which JavaScript file, this one. In myscript.js, this function is available. See, when we open in browser, when you click here, we get the result here. RAM external JavaScript function. Okay. Now, one point. This code I'm unable to send through mails. So it's not accepting JS file like that. It's not accepting. So let me provide the code of these two files over here. myscript.js, external js.html. I'm putting the code at this place only. Your Gmail is not supporting to send these two files. Now let us move to the next one here. Document object model. It's called document object model. The use of document object model is it is used to change content of the selected HTML elements. It is used to change the content of the selected HTML elements. It replaces the existing content with the new content. So during runtime, you want to go to specific HTML elements and change the content of that elements. For that reason, we go for this doc. So let us understand using the programs. 1.html, 2.html. 1.html. Here in head section, we go with the script tag. Let us create a function change. Let us go with the function change. We'll discuss what we write in change function. In the body tag, we are creating one paragraph. Welcome to HTML. Then we'll create a button value equal to change. Value equal to change. And I'll go with the button value as change. So the value present on button is change. Now when you click on this change button, I want to go to this change function and modify the code over there. Modify the code. So here already we kept value. No? So here I can say on click. Already we have given value on click equal to change. So when you click on this button change, then we want to invoke change function. What you want to do? I want to come to this paragraph element and I want to change the content of this element during runtime. That concept only document object model. So how to do this one is, for this paragraph, we have to go with the ID. We have to mention some ID to this paragraph. Let me say P1. In change function, we'll write the code like this. var P1 equal to document dot get element by ID. What's the name of the ID? P1. So when you say document dot get element by ID P1, it will refer to this ID P1. That means P1 is now pointing to this P element. Now say P1 dot inner HTML equal to, well, I'll write like this, H3 welcome to JavaScript. Welcome to JavaScript. So what is going to happen now? When you click on this change, it will go to this paragraph element. The content of this paragraph element will be replaced with what content now? Welcome to JavaScript. Yeah. And we run. So now initially it is welcome to HTML. Now when you click on change, the content is becoming welcome to JavaScript. So during runtime, when you want to modify the content of your HTML elements, we make use of document object model concept. Clear everyone? Let us go with one more example. This is something in realistic we use mainly during installation time. This message will be coming like accept terms and conditions. When you accept terms and conditions, then only the button will get highlighted to proceed further or to go with installation part. Let us see that piece of code here. dom2.html. In the descriptor, we'll create a function accept terms and conditions. In the body tag, we'll create one checkbox. Input type equal to checkbox, id equal to c1, Then on click equal to accept terms and conditions. When you make a check mark to this checkbox, it is going to invoke the function accept terms and conditions. Here we'll go with the message accept terms and conditions. Click the line. Here let us create input, or you can say button disabled. Initially the button is disabled, id equal to b1. Now see, when we open this in browser, we are having a checkbox here. When you make a check mark to this accept terms and conditions, then only the button should be enabled. Here by default it is disabled. After making check mark to this accept terms and conditions, we want to make this button to be enabled. So that is a place where we use document object model. So how to do that one is, when you click on this checkbox, it is going to invoke accept terms and conditions. Then, now what I should do here, var c1 equal to document dot get element by id c1. This c1 is referring to which text field? This one. Sorry, which checkbox? This one. var b1 equal to document dot get element by id b1. This b1 is referring to this button now. Now check it here. If c1 dot check it, so if you make a check mark, to your checkbox, then what I should do? b1 dot remove attribute disabled. We are having the attribute disabled now for your button, that we have to remove it. Then else, if you uncheck that, b1 dot set attribute disabled, the value true. You have to set the attribute disabled with the default value true. Now see here, when we refresh your page, now see, when you make a check mark here, the button is getting enabled. See, uncheck disabled. Okay, so mainly to do this type of things, we make use of what? Document object model. Very important. Please recap this. Right? Any questions, anyone? So please practice this JavaScript, important one, because in future when we go with Angular, these all concepts are required for us. Right? So tomorrow we'll be entering into the next part of our course, Advanced Java, Java EE Enterprise Edition, where we are going to start up with servlets. Okay? Yeah. Yes,
Sir,
Omar,
the set attribute there is true, right? So they are like it has two
disabled
options.
attribute disabled equal to true. See here, by default it will be disabled equal to true will be there here. So even you are writing or not writing, it will take true value by default.
Okay.
So even you are writing or not writing, it will take. But here when you are setting attribute, we have to take disabled and we have to make it true. So we have to make this disabled as true. That's the reason set attribute will take two arguments. First one is the attribute name and the value of it. So the value here I'm making it as true. So here when you are creating disabled, even you are writing or not writing, no problem. Got it, Omar?
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the reason we did not write here.
Okay.
So for button, whenever we take attribute disabled, the default value for disabled attributes is true only. That's the reason we did not mention over here.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay, please practice. Tomorrow, very, very important. We are going to start off with servlets. Thank you all.